Hi everyone, here's my mess. Here's me hating life. Here's me trying to do a magic trick. And here's the clean kitchen. So here, I actually messed up, just to warn you guys from the beginning. I'm doing Thai tea. And I was recording, but unfortunately there was music in the background. And I didn't want to get demonetized.
Oh, y otra vez a ensuciar los trastes.
Basically here I am gonna be cooking buche, which is the pig's stomach. Not a lot of people like it. Here I am cutting onion to put inside the buche to make the broth, so it can have flavor. And just to warn you guys, I kind of messed up. I didn't even complete this recipe. So here I put half of the onion inside and some bay leaf for flor de laurel. And I'm cutting the rest of the onion to make some garnish for the tacos that I'm going to be making. I'm not an expert at cutting onions, but this is how I dice my onion. So here I'm putting a little bit of vinegar just because pig does smell. Here I'm just mixing the cilantro and the cebolla. And I was making homemade tortillas. That was the brand I use. So basically you just want to get the masa to where it doesn't stick to your fingers. So you just keep adding warm water a little by little until it becomes the consistency where it doesn't stick to your fingers. As you see, still gets stuck to my fingers here. Voila. Now I'm doing two different types of tacos. So I'm doing the buche and also carne asada. So right here I'm heating up the oil. I tried showing you guys what type of meat I got at Vallarta, but I couldn't focus. But it's just carne asada preparada. So that's what I'm gonna be cooking. And here's where the next recipe starts. That's where I messed up. I didn't finish doing the tacos showing you guys. But this is actually what I'm doing on a different day. I'm making tostadas de carne molida. So I'm dicing up the onion. I use half of the onion to cook the meat with. And the other one is going to be... 1/4 is going to be for the beans, and the other quarter is going to be to actually top off the tostadas. Here I'm preparing the oil, making sure it is hot so we could put in the onions and garlic. And you want to get them to where they're kind of see-through-ish. Once you start cooking the onion, they get very soft. They don't look as white. So that's what we are going to be doing here. As you see here, here's where they start looking kind of clear, and that's how you want it to get. Yeah, I dropped my spoon. And now you're gonna be throwing in the meat so we can start cooking. You want to spread it as much as possible. And here I'm gonna be putting the spices in for the meat. So that is ground black pepper, some ground cumin, cominos, garlic pepper, I'm also going to be putting some pink salt. Here, the meat was already ready. It already got fully cooked, but I'm putting in cilantro so it could give the carne molida some flavor. I already drained the corn, so you just want the corn, none of the water, because the meat releases a lot of juice and oils. The meat is done, so here I am starting the beans, los frijoles que no pueden faltar en mi casa. So I'm gonna get a quarter of the onion and place it inside the pan in the hot water. Basically the same thing. You want the onions to get kind of clearish. I'm also gonna be adding some jalapenos for flavor, have a little kick in there. So once the onions get kind of clearish, you'll know that it's both of them are done. Put a little bit of salt, some pepper, and now that the onions, the flavor goes into the oil, so that's what you want. I drain most of the juice that the beans carry, just because you don't want so much oil to splatter everywhere when the oil is hot. So you want to start getting them into a boil, and then you start smashing them, trying to get them into a cremoso consistency where they're kind of creamy. You kind of know they're ready once they start sticking to the bottom of the pan. That's when they're frying. So that's a perfect time to add any additional stuff if you want to add. And I will be putting some cheddar cheese and some mozzarella as well later on. By the way, these beans are very, very good. I got the recipe from my tia Socorro. Here I'm going to be cutting the lettuce, and I will be cutting like a third of the lettuce, and I want it finely chopped. So what you want to do is have your knife parallel to the lettuce. It's just I was having a difficult time since my board was moving. Here I'm just showing you what crema I'm using, queso fresco, the onions that I chopped, and the lettuce that you will be needing. So I will be putting some beans on the tostada, just spreading it, and then I'm gonna be putting la carne on top of the tostada. You want to put a fair amount. Here I'm going to be putting the rest of the garnishes. So I'm putting la lechuga. You're going to put some of the cebolla. Put some crema on top. Y también el queso fresco. And you are done. Hope you guys enjoy. If you guys try this recipe, let me know. It's simple, fast, and really good.